nerds, welcome to Nerds with Dice. It's Nerds with Pride, and we're raising money for the Translatin Coalition. It was all through June. Now we're going into July because we have just that much pride that we're doing here. This is done with our friends over at Sword and Key and SoMattyGameZ. At the Translatin Coalition, there is a belief that every TGI deserves safety, dignity, opportunity. It's through comprehensive support, fearless advocacy, and dynamic leadership programs that they're building a future for the community that not only survives, but thrives. We have a donation link that's in the Twitch chat, and then there's also on social media. The first goal, $300, if I'm remembering correctly. We blew past that.
The next goal, sorry,
Yeah.
apparently that hasn't been updated. The next goal is
Yeah.
$750. We are
$750.
$20 away from $750. Once we hit it, there will be a giveaway for a $20 Friday afternoon tea gift card, if I'm remembering correctly.
That's what's on the script. So that sounds like it's just one monologue away. So keep an eye on that. But yeah, so that means it's time for the intros for our game here, our Blue Rose one-shot. I'll start us off. I'm Fey, they, them. I'll be your narrator for this chronicle here. So I'm going to pass it over to our players. And why don't we start off with Mira? Yeah.
Hi, I am Ran. I use she, her pronouns. I'll be playing Mira. She is questionable. That's all I'm going to say for now. And I'm glad to be here. Very excited to try out this system. Should I popcorn to someone else or do you?
Yeah, 100%. Let's popcorn it.
I'm going to pass the microphone to Sophia.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, we. Tonight I will be playing Nisa, whose pronouns are she, her. And I will popcorn it over to Sin.
Hey, everybody. I'm Synthetic. You can call me Sin. I am playing Sifa Dawnbreath today. I use they, she pronouns, and Sifa uses she, her. And last but not least, SoMattyGameZ.
Hello, I am the SoMattyGameZ, or just Soup, or just Bear. My pronouns are they, he. I will be playing Avix Dawnbreath, and his pronouns are he, him.
All right. Lovely. So, as we know who is at our table, let's dive into our story. You are traveling through the Pavan Weald. This is this vast and ancient forest. It takes up the northeastern crescent of the nation of Aldous. It is a brisk day here in the Pavan Weald. Winds are blowing down from the Icebinder Mountains, and they serve as a reminder to you all that the cold season is coming, and it is coming soon. Your journey today has been thus far uneventful, save for running across the occasional fellow travelers on the road through the forest. But when we focus in, you see up ahead the figure of a large animal that steps out from the underbrush and onto the path, and you're able to catch sight of this majestic silvery white wolf, and even from this distance you can see clear golden eyes. As he sits down on the road and you get closer, you can see that he regards your gradual approach with intelligence and a wary curiosity. This is, to all of you very clearly, a Raiden. No ordinary animal, but instead a sentient and psychic animal of Aldea. and it's as you get closer that the wolf stands, and he does so slowly, and without any indication of malice. And as you wave, Avex, you feel it's akin to if someone was knocking on a door. There's this request of a connection psychically. Do you accept the request?
Yes. Am I? This is not probably something new for Avex, and so
No.
psychically projecting. Hail, friend. How can we help you?
Max, calm down. He inclines his head in a bow. Well met, traveler. I am Frostwing. These woods, they are my home, and I mean to do no harm, nor to your companions. Instead, I wish to speak to you, and if you are perhaps willing, request a favor, if you can help. Before we engage, I must let you know that I have no means in which to repay you for this request, save my gratitude and my friendship. But all the same, I hope that you will listen, for I believe that a life and perhaps more than one hang in the balance.
Good done to one is good done for all. Be happy to assist where we can.
And with that, Frostwind will... Max, buddy, come on. Go over there. My cat is all anxious. Frostwind will continue this conversation with you, Avex. And of course, this can be just, translated to the rest of your companions. We can just hand wave so that everyone has the same information.
Oh, yes, I would like to make sure that everyone else knows what's going on, too.
Yeah, of course. We run with that assumption here, so everyone, unless it's specifically said privately, you can just assume that you get this understanding. But as Frostwind continues with you, Avex, it is my friend, Greymane. Recently, she came to me with very troubling news. There is a nearby village, and while wandering close to it, closer than perhaps might be wise, she stumbled across a human youth gathering mushrooms. She said that this boy had a furtive and wounded look about him, not injured in body, but in spirit. And she believes that she felt the stirrings of a Rhy bond within him. But when she attempted to draw nearer, however, there was another human, older, but with a similar scent, that burst from the brush, brandishing a heavy stick, furiously yelling at her. He grabbed the younger one by the arm and dragged him away, and Greymane ran, frightened at the sheer violence of the display. She told me that since then she has been troubled and restless. I suspected that she wanted to go back in search of the young human. I counseled her against this. He comes from a farming community, as you stated, and they are reliant on the sorts of animals upon which we wolves prey. It seems that they do not receive our kind with courtesy. I thought it had an end to the matter. Greymane typically heeds my advice, but I have not seen nor scented of her in days. I believe that she has returned for the boy. The reason I ask of you this favor is because while I would go look myself, I'm concerned that I would either be killed by the villagers or be forced to do harm to them in self-defense, and that is not something I wish to do. So, the favor is if you could go to this village and find out what has become of my friend Greymane.
Well, I don't see why we couldn't do that.
And you would, of course, see as a Raiden, Frostwind understands each of you, but has a limited psychic connection of which he can actually speak. So there is understanding and an appreciative nod.
I will communicate to, was it Frostwind? Greymane? I've already forgot which wolf is which.
Frostwind is who's in front of you. Greymane is who you're looking
Frostwind.
for.
All right. I will ask Frostwind, your friend Greymane, how long has she been missing?
It is hard to say for sure. It's been about a week since I last saw her. But going several days without meeting is not unusual. However, as her scent has grown cold and stale within the last 3 days, that I've grown concerned.
Well, I see no reason why we can't go check out this village. I'll turn to my companions. Like, does anyone else have any questions, concerns?
Sifa kind of just stands back for a second and bites her tongue because she has too many questions, but none of them relate to the current situation. She just wants to know more about this creature and Greymane and like ask a plethora of questions. She's like, that I don't think this is the time for my questions.
No, I have no questions.
There isn't a lot of emotion that's escaping Mira's face, but she will kind of look through every single person that she's able to notice right now, and would just say, as long as it doesn't delay our purpose. You say that this is unnatural, going for days without meeting each other.
It is. While we are people, Raiden, as you are, we're still raised in a world different to yours. Surviving on our own is typical of an animal, as we were raised before our awakening.
Was there any signs? What else do you remember before the last time you saw her?
Just our conversations. And as I said, I believed that to be the end of it. She's young and takes advice well.
This interests me. I would like to, if possible, okay, let me see if I can actually do anything. I don't have vision in my Arcana abilities, but I do have Psychic Contact and Second Sight. are there anything I can do to kind of open up the mind to the surroundings and see if there's any disturbance or things that might cause doubts or intrigue, especially if it's a little bit off kilter or darker?
That would be we'll do a second psych on that, and so you can go ahead. We'll make this a test of either it'll be perception with either psychic or visionary as your focus.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead and tell me what that.
So is that perception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it is a total of 17.
Okay.
And
then
my drama die is 6 and the other 2 are 4s.
all right. So 6, 4, 17. And then which focus was this going to be? Visionary or psychic?
Psychic.
Psychic. Okay. As you reach out to the area around you with your second sight with the Pavin, in this portion of the Pavin Weald, nothing's really striking you, especially as you're looking for like the darker tendrils of the more forbidden sorcery. Of course, you know that should you press further towards the Icebinder Mountains, that might change. But where you sit now doesn't really have much for you. But of course, you do have knowledge that the local village might be able to provide a bit more for you.
Mm-hmm. I guess, and because I am psychic, and I wonder if I could like give a look to either Nisa or Saifa, and it's a look that just says this could be a waste of her time, but whatever the rest of you want to do.
We have enough time to spare, I think. We can check this out, see if we can help.
After all, we might learn more while we're doing it. That would be tragic, not interesting at all. Never mind. We're here to help.
Avix cracks a grin at that. All right, friend Frostwind. Where's this village? Is it far from here?
It is perhaps about 2 hours further down this road. You need not change off of the main path. It is there you will find the village.
Certainly not out of our way, then. Very well. We shall press forward and see what we can find about your friend Greybane.
And he nods again with an appreciation. And with that, he'll give his farewells and move back into the woods. As a wolf upon the main road, not exactly the best for travelers, ridden as he may be. So, as Frostwind spoke true, just a little shy of 2 hours down the road, you come before a thinning of trees, and then the outlying farms of the village, and you smell the wood smoke that wafts on the breeze, and notice that as you enter this village, the village Redbriar, that the locals are bustling about with the business of the coming autumn. They are preparing for the harshness of winter. Smokehouses are curing meats. The grains are being milled into flour, and there are these delightful odors of fruits cooking into jams and preserves. It's all omnipresent. Though you would notice that there is some hell of concern over them. Something here is not right.
Would I be able to take a look around and try to get some insight as to the nature of what's not right in the situation?
Yeah, totally. We'll have you roll for this I'd say a perception empathy roll is what I'd say for this.
Well, I have a plus to perception, even if I don't have any empathy.
All right.
That's a 15.
15 and
6 on the
6 on the drama die.
drama die.
So yeah, as you're sort of looking around trying to place a bead on everything, you hear conversations amidst the people. Just your local gossip, rumor mills, and they seem to be sort of updating each other on things. And you hear that Marcos is still missing. The hunters and foresters have not been able to find him, though they've been checking for days. You'd even hear some people say this is something that Jatos should have foreseen with the way that he keeps such a strict and firm hand upon him. And that's when you would spot a very sort of loud figure, and he seems to be quite adamant as he's approaching what looks to be a group of hunters, and so you're telling me that you are the best hunters of this village, and you cannot find a single boy out in the wilds. And it seems that you have found Jatos.
Does Jatos appear to be dangerous at all, or is he just angry?
You know what? I would like, as Sifa would be able to kind of point Jatos out, for anyone who'd like to know that we'll do a... We'll make this a... I'm going to get a little weird with it. I would say go ahead and make a perception, and you can add a focus if you are trained in brawling or intimidation to see if this person is any trouble.
$15, 6 on. I am not going to get used to calling it a drama die. It's a stunt die in my brain.
I mean, stunt die, drama die, it's the same thing. I'll know what you mean.
18 all fives.
18 all fives.
Wow.
Oof.
All right.
I got what is this? 8, 11 with a 1 on the drama die.
He's definitely loud and angry, Mira. Take that as you will.
Yeah, Mira is gonna step away.
Nisa, did you make a roll for this, or?
I got an 11 with a 5 on the drama die.
11 with a 5. Yeah, this guy, loud and angry. Take that as you will. For Avex and Sifa, however, there is a volatility that is beneath the anger and loudness. This figure definitely has the potential for turning to violence as a first resort rather than abstaining. So could be very dangerous. Maybe not, find you in a dark alleyway kind of dangerous, but this is definitely a person who will throw a punch and ask questions later.
Looking over at Avex, shall we attempt to charm and disarm?
You're the better of us at charm, so I'll be right behind you.
Fair enough. And she will walk up and say, my goodness, I couldn't help but overhear there's somebody missing.
As he turns, you can see where his hand clutches a heavy cane head, white knuckled in his frustrations. Yes, my son, my Marcos, has been taken. Only Leonoth knows by whom, and no one can find him.
That must be so frustrating for you. How long has it been?
4 days he's been gone. 4 days, and these people have been doing... I don't know what they've been doing. They claim they go out and look, but how far could he have gone?
Is he normally somebody that goes out on his own for long distances?
Of course not. He barely leaves the farming areas. He stays at home. He is a simple boy, is what he is. Loyal, obedient. He is as a child should be.
Of course. As she kind of doesn't believe in the same things he believes, but is not going to use this as an opportunity to discuss those matters. Well, somebody that is usually so dutiful, I can understand why you would be concerned in this situation. Is there anything that we might be able to do, any information that you would have that maybe passersby would be able to assist in ways that the locals can't?
And yeah, you know what? You are trying to help him and seem to be doing better than the locals by means that he sees you as actually putting in effort comparatively, even though it is small right now. It was. There had to be some figure that came by and stole Marcus away. And he goes out to the farm portions of the village. He likes to be amongst the produce there. But there was a situation not long ago, a wolf coming into the area. Perhaps someone's trained pet or some nasty beast looking to take my boy for nefarious purposes.
That must be so distressing.
Yes.
Well, you said it's been 4 days, and you said you saw a wolf in the area.
This is true. Just a few days ago, when I found Marcus in the fields, as he is wont to do, I of course chased the wolf off and brought Marcus to safety.
Well, it just so happens that part of the reason that we are in the area, you mentioned this voracious beast, we happen to be interested in bounties and the like. So perhaps we would have the skills to seek out this quarry.
As you say that, all of you can kind of see like his face sort of like grow like wide-eyed, like, yes, this is exactly what we've been waiting for. And so yes, of course. We'll find, of course, one of the hunters. As this point, some people have kind of dispersed off during this conversation. And so that way they can tell you of the areas that they have searched, and we can have actual adventurers going out and looking for Marcus. People with skills that are applicable.
Of course, if there is anybody that I would trust in this situation, it would be my dear husband. And she'll look back to Avex with fawning eyes as recognizing the patriarchal leanings of the person she's convincing, going to big up her husband rather than her own skills.
Do I have to make a roll not to laugh?
No.
No. Okay, good.
Yeah. Oh man. But yes, it's easy enough through this conversation, well-placed words for Jatos to bring you to one of the hunters and introduces you to. And this is an older man. He's got a few scars, weathered skin. He's been around for his fair share of winters. And this is Demrick. He is one of the hunters here that has been looking for Marcus. And Demrick will nod and... All right, so new people looking for the boy.
Of course. Just a moment before we converse, she'll turn back to the father and say, "You have done so much today to help us bring your boy back. if you can just let us take it from here, we'll do everything we can.
All right, I want you to make for me. This is going to be a communication persuasion roll, and I'm going to give you a +2 bonus on top of your final result.
Okay. Oh ho ho. That's you said +2?
+2.
That's 21 double fives with the 5 on the sun die.
Ooh, do you wanna use a role-playing stunt here?
Ooh, let me take a look at my options.
So you'll have 5 stunt points that you can use.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and oh. Let's do new friends. And I'm actually going to get new friends out of the hunter.
All right.
Like respecting so much that I am deftly removing the father from his hair.
100%. Yeah, that goes into effect. So with your amazing role, Jato says, yes, of course. I'll leave this to you and your companions. And he, like, as he's saying that, he is looking to Avex with the nod and heads out. And as soon as he's out of sight, there is relief on the hunter. And your new friends comes into effect. The air here is a lot more warm and easy, and I hate dealing with him.
This is why you're charmed, Sifa. That man was an asshole.
Oh, yes, he was. And I couldn't be happier that I had my dear husband here to do everything for me. Jesus Christ. Sorry, God's above.
Well met, Demrick.
Well,
How? What have you gone? I guess we're looking for I've already forgotten his name. Marcus? Marcos?
And
Marcus. Okay.
I know that you have probably been doing everything you can. Let us know if there's something that's been like standing in your way that has made it so you can't find the boy.
mainly Jatos has been in the way of us finding him.
So hopefully that's taken care of now.
I can only hope. He seems to want to have a firm grasp, not just over his son, but everyone else. But it has been quite difficult trying to find Marcus, yes.
Has he run off before?
No, though I'm surprised he hasn't. Perhaps it's just been fear of his father.
How so?
As you've experienced, Jatos is not the most olden of us. He comes from Jazin, of course, and they have their own ways, but even he is intense for their beliefs. Some folks seem to think that Marcus has been raised not as a son, but as a prisoner. So, as he's recently come to a working age, it could have been that Marcus did indeed run off. There are plenty of places outside of Redbriar that are more befitting a young man like himself.
Has he ever expressed the intention of leaving before?
None that has been picked up or spoken about through Redbriar, so if he has, he's kept it to himself.
No friends, no confidant? Perhaps we could speak to one.
As I said, some believe that he was raised as Jatos' prisoner. The boy has no
Oh, that's a
friends.
shame.
It truly is.
Is it?
So there's no one, not even a sneaky one that everybody's helped him keep hidden from his father?
The only thing that I can think of is there was talk of a wolf nearby. A singular wolf does not approach a dangerous situation unless it's desperate. Which makes me think that it was no mere wolf, but a Rhyden. A Rhyden can be a friend just as anyone else.
As far as I'm concerned, a boy is missing, a wolf is missing. The boy does not belong here, and the wolf is a friend. All things considered, all's well that ends well. Do we really want to find him? There's no good for him to return here to.
Yes, but he could still be in danger. These woods are not designed for us two-legged folk to walk about. And if he's never left the farmland, there's no way he's going to survive in the forests here.
And if he
Especially with
truly,
winter approaching.
if he truly hopes to escape his father, then there are ways to tie up that loose end so that the old man isn't everybody else's problem.
It is quite clear to me that the wolf's disappearance and the boy's disappearance are connected. So, find one, find the other. We could stand here and talk amongst ourselves forever, or we could perhaps step into the woods and search for both of them or one of them.
You
I
might
see
have
them.
you might have some luck with finding Gothy. Gulthy. She's a hermit, not far from the woods proper. I can point you in the direction of her cabin. Perhaps you can speak with her some.
Hermits, envious existence.
And would you be able to point out on the map the last place that anyone saw Marcus?
This is what I know, and he would 100% just show where. First, of course, Redbriar, and then the outside farmlands which you would pass through, and then you would be able to be pointed on the same map towards Galthy's cabin.
And you're a hunter, you know the local area. Is there anywhere, if you were somebody that was not used to being out on their own, where someone might find easy abundance?
Easy? No. The Pavan Wield, of course, will give to you what she has, but she does not hand it to you easily.
If only. I understand. Well, thank you for your help.
And he nods. And as you are on your way out, good luck. I hope you find them.
Indeed. And if perhaps we don't, good luck to you in the fallout.
And he nods. And you can see like the sort of grim face as he thinks about Jatos and everything that would be dealt with then. Now, as you have the information on getting to Galthi's cabin, it is about a half day's march from Briar. You would be arriving close to evening. So you might have to ask Galthi for a night's rest either in her cabin or nearby. Or you could push forward and, risk some fatigue. But
Mira is gonna vote for pushing forward because I have figured out why she is so cold to everybody besides her brother. It's because she's actually just an introvert.
I don't
It's
want to
just like-
deal with people.
Yeah, I don't want people. I don't want the people, and this is a hermit. I understand her. So, yeah.
Sifa wanting to guide Mira's potential has definitely recognized that in her, and we'll side with Mira and look to Avex in hopes that he will agree.
The road up to this point has been kind to us. I see no reason why we cannot deal with a little bit of fatigue, especially if the need is urgent.
Oh, sorry. I think this has got it. The fatigue would be after getting to Galthi. So you could either rest when you get to Galthi, or you can push forward and fatigue. So, because you'll be reaching Galthi's at evening time, so you'll be able to have a conversation, have some food, and then you can decide if you want to rest and pick back up in the morning or press onward.
Can we decide what we are going to ask Galthi? I do not want to spend a moment longer than we absolutely have to. And I think Sifa will understand that Mira is trying to pretend really hard that she just is superior to people, but she just understand Galthi not wanting to be bothered.
Of course. Perhaps we would be able to, in brief, talk to her about nearby camping locations, and maybe you might be able to stand forward, Mira, and speak to her.
If I have to.
I think it's an opportunity to speak to somebody that you understand.
If she is someone who understands the world around her and decided to live amongst it, perhaps she would be someone who understands the potential of the power that this would
Of course.
perhaps possess, and we could take advantage of it. And then perhaps this journey is not an entire waste.
Of course. And she'll look over at, is it Nisa or Nessa?
Nisa.
Nisa. Do you have any objections? Anything to add?
It sounds like a solid plan to me.
Fair enough.
How are we on supplies? We will be traveling for some time. Is everything... How are our tankards looking? How are our food and materials looking?
We'll say that you've got enough. You planned on traveling. This just seems to be a little bit more, and you planned for extras in case something happened. The Pavin Wild, of course, can be, or the Pavin Wield can be unforgiving at times when it comes to weather. Not so bad as the Barren Marshes, but we're not there.
And of course, Sifa wouldn't have let us leave without at least an extra week's worth of supplies.
The wood will provide.
So, with that, it sounds like you guys are progressing towards Galthy's cabin. And as we do so, we did get a donation stunt roll for the narrator, which I'm going to utilize now in this scene as we come up to it.
Yay! Thank you for the donation.
Thanks for the donation.
We love charity.
That is a 6 on my donated stunt points. So I have 6 stunt points to use in this upcoming scene with Galthy. And you... As you are approaching, night is starting to fall, and there is a vision in the distance of the pinpoints of light, the ruddy glow of firelight through windows. And as you get closer, of course, you see the haven, but you hear behind you, like just sort of off to the side, so that it puts you in the light, but your conversation in the dark. And what are you doing here? You lost or something? And turning around, anyone that has dark vision or dark sight can see the gray skin of the night person that is here, and she's looking at you, and you can tell that she is not yet drawn a weapon, but that she has one at the ready. Life in the Pavin Wield is going to, because life in the Pavin Wield can become very dangerous at a moment's notice.
Being that Sifa has dark vision, she is going to slowly open her waistcoat and draw with 2 fingers her rapier and drop it to the side as a show of goodwill. No threats, no nothing. Just looking for some information if you kind.
You must be Galthy. Hi. I do apologize to interrupt your whatever that is you're doing. I don't really want to be here myself, but he seems to be the only person who might be able to share some information that we're seeking. I'm Mira. I have been told that it is polite to share with the others your name first as a sign of goodwill, Sifa. You did tell me that.
As Sifa beams with pride.
all kind of feel the heavy weight of Galthy's gaze as she looks at each of you. Before she steps forward, and the way she walks is like that of someone who does not try to fit into social graces. This is a stout walk of staying balanced in the woods, and well, we ain't gonna get much good conversation out on the front porch. Might as well come in for tea.
Good. Well, we're
So-
looking for a boy and a wolf. Have you seen them? She's not wasting any time. Go straight into it.
Yeah, so like as like the doors open and you ask this, she is like putting out cups, but like you'd notice that they're like chipped and old. She doesn't seem to have guests very often, but she does have enough to supply a group of your size. And the tea here is warm, it's herbal, it's spicy, and you know, it's really nice after a long day of travel, and especially nice after dealing with an asshole earlier this afternoon. And you can see that Galthy actually like opens up a drawer and pulls out a unlabeled bottle and like slips a little extra into her tea. And it's good for the cold. And takes
We'll
a
give you a
sip.
gold for some of that.
I ain't got no worries for coin, as she just takes the cup and pours some into yours. So you said a boy and a wolf. Yeah, I've seen them. Came by here about 2-3 days ago. Not very long.
They seem to know they seem to know where they're going, getting along with each other.
They seem to be in good health and good spirits. If they knew where they were going, can't tell you.
Just turn to Sifa and say, as far as I'm concerned, our job is done, but I'm sure you do not agree.
Well, in some means, I would agree with you. Part of our job is done. For what we originally looked for, absolutely. However, and she'll turn to the, God, I'm forgetting names.
Galthy?
Yalthi.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, I'm sure you can understand this. Maybe it's even the reason why you're out in the woods instead of in the village. But Marcus's father is raising a fuss. And there's a part of me that loves to get more solid answers for a fellow parent. And there's part of me that wants to, you know, make life easier for the people who live in the village with him.
Is there a part of you, Sifa, who just wants to strike the fear of the god above into Marcus's father, and so that he would simply leave the boy alone?
That is an option. But either way, we have to have a co-conspirator to co-conspire with if we're going to figure out a way to get that done.
Conspiracy. That's some city talking.
Oh, nothing so seedy about it. Just when you conspire against someone who's kind of a prick, you're really doing a good turn.
And what sort of conspiracy are we looking for here?
Well, that would depend on what's going on with the boy and the wolf. We just want to find where they are so we can help them out.
Make sure that they are never found, possibly.
If that's their desire.
I saw them heading up in that direction, and Galthy sort of nods. It'd be past the walls of the cabin, obviously. They could have gone any which way in the Pavin Wheel, but in that ways, you start getting closer to the ice-bound mountains, and you don't know quite all what's going on over there, so close to Kern. And you all would know, just as basic world lore, Kern is a militaristic dictatorship of a nation that still holds way to the sorceress, power overall way of life that the sorcerer kings of old used to have.
Well, it'd probably be in everyone's best interest if they weren't over there.
Probably. Well, it's getting late, so if you want to start making your way off in that direction, he's best going to be want to be careful. Who knows what comes awake in the forest this late? And you can see that there is knowledge not just of the natural world. That's something else that might linger in the Pavin Wields here.
Anything else that we should be aware of in the woods? Something unseen, perhaps.
Nothing more than what you might expect anywhere else. This place used to be ruled by all sorts of nasty folks. Scars left on the land. Sometimes, as with any wound, debris will show back up.
Every wound is a source of power as it heals.
Can be. But a wound can cause you have to reevaluate and readjust your life as well.
Well, I'll be off then. If I ever come back this way, I'll bring you back some booze to repay you. And just stand up and start to walk.
So, yes, it is at this point after conversation with Galthy, well and truly night. You could try and take camp, or you could try and push forward, but pushing forward will be risking fatigue.
Sifa is going to go retrieve her rapier outside and turn back to the group. Nisa, what do you think as far as either making camp or going forward? You're better under the cover of night than I am.
Best to make camp, I would think.
Okay.
Better than us stumbling in the dark through the woods.
Agreed. Avex, would you be all
Let's set
right
up
taking
camp.
first watch, dear?
Absolutely. Absolutely, my love. Avex will kind of just find the nearest thing he can sit on pull out his heavy axe and sit down, kind of stare out into the darkness, just daring something to step out of the darkness and threaten the people he cares about.
Lovely.
And Mira, would you be able to see what you can see while Nisa and I are setting up camp? And Mira would know that Sifa's asking her to push out with a sight she doesn't have.
Yeah, I think Sifa, you will see Mira almost look like she wasn't really listening to you, but you realize that she's just kind of give you the slightest little nod and has already started doing the ritual that is required to do it. I was about to ask you, Faye, actually, can I do like a feel the force within you type of thing to see if I can sense our queries somehow with the
Yeah.
psychics?
Let me just check something here real quick. Arcana. So you have psychic contact and
Second sight.
second sight. All right. So
Ideally, it will be scrying, but I don't have access to it. But I don't
Not
know if
yet.
I can. Yeah.
So the way that you can do this with the second sight here, you could either sense Arcana to see if there's any active Arcanum here in this area, or you can test Psychic Contact to see if something's trying to come in contact with you.
I think maybe like either one of them, it's almost like catching some signal, catching some breadcrumbs from that.
Then
Because the wolf has psychic powers, and whatever else is happening, she's almost trying to find like anything that's lingering to try to track like a path.
yeah, so I would say go ahead, we'll make that a now I'm going to, because I want to curb expectations. I'm going to tell you that you're not going to get the exact thing that you're looking for here.
Oh yeah, I
but
kind of
you'll get some information. And what we'll have you do is we'll make this a perception psychic on the roll.
Mhm.
And then just tell me your result.
Yeah. Okay, so that is a total of 18. Yeah. And drama die is 4.
18, 4. Okay. There is nothing quite here as an active arcanum, but you do, it's very faint. You know that this is like miles away, kind of faint, but you do find the traces of a arcane signature that is familiar to you as you sense sorcery, and it is in the distance of the Icebinder Mountains. And you of course know of Kern utilizing sorcery, but they are well beyond what you'd be able to sense here. This means that there is something on the oldest side of the Icebinder Mountains that is enveloped in sorcery.
I think as Sifa and Nisa perhaps setting up camp, and Avex doing the lookout. They were focusing on what they were doing, but as they perhaps take a break and look up towards where Mira was a moment ago, she wasn't there anymore. She has walked off like many paces away towards the mountain and is just looking towards that direction, not in a way that's longing, but it's almost like someone is in a flow state, like half possessed, half just like focusing so hard, almost like trying to tug and like not lose that direction where she had sensed that sort of power. And then there's also this expression of being absolutely conflicted, because deep down she knows that she is needed here to make sure that everyone else is also all right, but it is just so delicious, like the one thing that drives her entire existence, and the one thing that perhaps is saying that this is a clue, this is maybe possibly where the boy is also seeking and going after. She's just standing there.
I think there's that moment where Sifa looks up and Mira isn't where she expected Mira to be. And Sifa has that parental shock of like, oh no, did I look away from the kid for too long? Calms herself down and like, she's an adult. And looks over and sees her. You all right there?
Oh, I thought I heard something there.
Yeah. She'll walk over to Mira. I recognize that look. Feels like you want to go like now.
You know, when you're trying to not... You know when my mother used to knit, and she would tug on one strand of the yarn to make sure that she doesn't forget it?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Like I'm tugging on some strand of something ineffable. It's right there. It's so close, so far away. I don't know what Marcus was seeking, or the wolf. I don't know what it was seeking, but if there's anything worth seeking, worth going after, it's there. Even if we weren't looking for them, and perhaps this is what fate has in store for us. This is where we're going.
Okay. Well, it sounds like then, wherever we were heading, this is where we're heading now.
I promised you I will not go too far that you cannot keep an eye on me. So I'm not going to start walking now until everyone else has rested and be ready.
Okay. We'll go at first light then.
Okay.
Thank you for giving me peace of mind.
Now you're just being too mushy.
Well, I guess it isn't my purview all the time. and she will head back over to Nisa. Say, how long do you think it'll take us to pack up in the morning?
"30 minutes, give or take."
Okay. Mira's restless, and I don't blame her based on what she felt. It's all right with you if we get out as early as we can?
Of course. I figured that was the plan.
Yeah. You ever get the feeling that you're pushing yourself too much?
Every day.
I feel like I'm getting old.
You getting old, Tifa.
Yeah.
Well, you're not too old yet.
Well, I'm glad I got you around to remind me of that.
While all these conversations and uses of Arcanum are going on, Avex, you've been keeping watch.
I have.
I would like for you to do me a favor here. I want you to roll for me. We're going to make this a perception seeing.
You're gonna have to see what happens. Oh no. That. Oh god, it is double ones.
So that does mean stun points.
But it's a total of. You said perception 7.
Oh no.
Okay.
So you got
And-
two
With a
stunt
one
points?
with a 1 on the drama point, on the drama die. So I
you
think
go-
I have to succeed in order to do a stunt as well.
No, you roll doubles, you get a stunt.
Ooh, yes.
So you have 1 stunt point that you can use. So
Am I in combat? What am I? Is this exploration? What am I doing?
I would say you could for this stunt. The stunts that I think would make sense here are a advantageous positioning or a stay aware, which would allow you to make another perception test. This time you could choose the focus of your choice.
I'm going to use stay aware because goodness gracious, I am now terrified. Where is stay aware?
That's the combat. It's the third one on the combat stuff.
Aha! All right, with the focus of my choice.
Mhm.
All right, I'm going to use that and make another check because okay.
Now you can use focuses that aren't part of the standard thing, and I've got a focus list here that I can just post real quick because I don't know that it got shared.
How do we feel about? I think I'm going to go Constitution Stamina.
So that would end up being a perception stamina, which I'm all for.
Okay.
Because you're kind of staying awake, staying aware.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So that would add my bonus and also the That's better. That's significantly better. 8, 12, 17 with a 4 on the drama die.
Cool. All right. So you don't catch this until it's like actually threat location to your camp. But you do, of course, spot it as a large bear is getting close to your camp. Because you have seen this before it can get there, you do have a chance if you'd like to try and scare the bear off before it can either take any of your food or, if it's aggressive, attack.
I'll try to scare the bear. I'll try to scare the bear.
All right. This would be we're gonna make this a. This is gonna be an intimidation, which I believe is strength. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going to lift my battle axe, stand to my feet, and basically shout at the bear, "Go away, bear!" And that is a total of 23 with 6 on the drama die.
23, 6 on the drama die. All right. The bear is going to make an opposed roll here.
Oh.
To see.
I've insulted the bear.
The bear is also
doubles?
intimidating.
I did have doubles. I had double 6s.
You've got a stunt point. Stunt points can help here.
Got 6 stunt points, right?
6 stunt points. I'm protecting Sifa, so I get 2 more, I think, because of that relationship. Total of 8. Not that anything costs 8 stunt points.
So you'd be invoking that, which means you wouldn't be able to invoke that for the rest of the session.
In that case, I will wait. I will wait.
Sounds good. So
6 stunt points. Would this be role playing? Could I potentially make new friends with this bear?
Yes, 100% you can. So, as you give this large bellowing roar for the bear to go away, and the bear roars back in turn, not quite as intimidating as you, there, in this moment, is a connection of game recognizing game. And the bear just sort of on all fours once more walks off, and there's just like this respect that has been built in this moment.
Can I just take a second to be like, bear making friends with bear?
100%.
I found my people. All right. With that threat neutralized, I'm going to sit back down and put my axe down and pretend nothing happened. But inwardly feeling very good about myself.
As you should. And I think on that note is where we are going to head to break, and we will come back with a new day beginning.
Bye.
So, when we return, as I said, we will be coming back as a new dawn has come. Camp has been broken down, and you are setting out for travel once more.
Faye,
Yes.
I would like to sneak off ahead and scout around in front of us.
Oh, lovely. I'm glad that you said this. This is going to be so fun. Could you, for me, make a... We're going to do a dexterity stealth roll. Is what we're going to do.
And what happens when we have the focus?
You add +2, so it'll be roll, then ability, and then +2 for the focus.
Okay. Well, not what I was hoping for. That is a 12 total with a 1 on the drama dice.
Okay. You feel fairly well stealthed in the thick forest. That's of course always good. And then as part of this, since you're kind of stealthing and looking around, I'd like for you to also make me a perception, and we'll call this searching. We'll do a perception searching test.
Jesus Christ, what is wrong with my dice? That's a 10 with a 2 on the drama dice.
It's a reciprocal curse.
Oh man. Okay, so you don't know how you missed it, but you do find yourself almost, as you're looking around, immediately aware that you're in someone's camp. Now, this does seem to be abandoned. It does not seem to be currently in use, but as you kind of snuck ahead, trying to find something, you're standing where someone had settled in for some time.
Okay. I mean, I guess I would like to poke around and like,
Yeah.
see how long since they were last here. Can I tell if you don't plan on coming back? If they leave stuff behind, that kind of.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll make this a. The first one we'll do is a perception tracking. We'll roll that first and lead to more information from there. Oh no!
Let me guess, you rolled a walker?
I mean, basically.
Remember, doubles does get you stump points.
That I do get it. What do triples get me?
1 step point.
Did you just get a triple 1?
Yes, I did. That's a 6 total.
A 6 total. Man, there was a camp here. You know, there's the fire pit. But you do have a single stunt if you would like to utilize it.
while you're figuring that out, that is a 1 in 216 chance.
Look, if anyone wanted to give a monologue, now would be the time.
I mean, I guess I will. How many stun points do I have?
1. It's equal to the face of your drama die.
Okay. I guess stay aware is maybe the
Yeah,
best
stay
thing I can
aware.
do.
Stay aware would probably be very good here.
Oh, really?
Go ahead. Give me a perception test, and then of course a focus of your choice.
I guess I will use stealth.
Yeah, we can do that. Perception and then focus for stealth.
Oh, come on, dice. You could be nice to me just once. That is 10, 12 total.
12 total. All right, you passed your test number, your target number, which is good. So as you're sort of keeping aware of this situation, unfortunately unable to gather the information that you wanted to before, you would of course hear where your companions are moving in a similar direction to here. So if you want, you could alert them to the presence of this camp and maybe get some more intel.
I know they're coming near. Do I like see them?
No, this is more of a hear rather than see.
Okay.
It is
they're in hearing range then.
Yes.
Okay. Nisa will just whistle to try to get their attention.
Oh shit, Nisa wandered into somebody's camp again.
I love that you can tell that from a whistle and the fact that it's happened multiple times. This is great.
Ava's going
That's
to
what we
stand
call
up.
yes
look-
and.
We love a yes and moment.
Ava's going to stand up, look around, and try to figure out where Nisa's gone off to. Is it obvious, or should I roll
After the
some
whistle,
sort of tracking?
yeah, no, after the whistle, it's easy enough to, triangulate. And so you all see the camp here. It's tiny. It's not very large. And seems to have been made out of mostly the woodland debris here. There is a crude fire pit with ashes still within, a small stack of unburned pieces, and a bit of moss on one side of the little clearing here.
Before anybody goes, I do need to stop us. 2 things.
Yes.
First off, we passed our goal.
Woo!
Ooh.
Love that. Oh wait.
We got a gift.
Do I love that?
We got a gift for a monologue or
Ooh.
soliloquy.
Monologue or soliloquy. You know what? Why don't we have that from Nisa?
Yes, they did say they wanted me to do.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What specifically do you want from a monologue?
I would ask, because I'm assuming that this is in the moment of oh shit, and everything like there. What is Nisa feeling or thinking, looking at this camp in this moment? Yeah. This is before the rest of the party arrives.
Okay. So she's just like crouched in the camp looking around at it. I cannot believe that I've got myself into this again. Playing tracker in the woods. I have no idea what I'm looking at, what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure earlier I was following my own trail and not someone else's for a moment. This is not my best. But here I am. I can't see anything. I am just pretending. I'm looking at this and all I see is a camp. Someone slept here, had a fire. I couldn't tell you how long that fire has been out, who slept here, or how many of them. Why do I keep getting myself into these situations? It would be so much better for my own health if I could truly just not care and have walked away earlier, instead of torturing myself trying to figure out what this camp means.
Beautiful. And I think that's the point where the rest of you arrive to see this camp. So, there are, of course, plenty of ways that you could approach trying to gather information. And let's hear what your intentions are, and I'll tell you what you might need to roll.
First of all, I just noticed Nisa and Sifa have the same stats. Like, exactly the same. Except for Nisa has 2d6 instead of 2d6 plus 3 damage on the crossbow. I'm like, that's wild. I wonder if that's a typo.
Probably. The quick start has a lot of typos.
Judging from like the blurb about the characters, I did get the feeling that Sifa's the one who trained Nisa, so that might be why they are so similar in stats.
Yeah, and it does help that, you're both sea folk, so that's going to have a lot of similar.
Yeah, daggers versus rapier, I think, is the other big difference.
Yeah, and then the talents, different talents.
Wild.
Yeah.
There is a shaping ability that that Mira has. So I'm kind of flavoring it as like Sherlock Holmes style mind palace of trying to recreate a crime scene. This is not a crime scene. This is a camp. But she's just kind of like moving the things around, trying to figure out like the path, foot traffic, who did what, and who had gone towards what direction, and then like reverse engineer to figure out what might have happened here, and then with that kind of deduce like who might have been here. Her wishful thinking is, we're following this track, we're searching for the two people who are going towards the same direction. this must be then, right? But I don't know what I'm supposed to roll. And
So with shaping, in this form of it, I'm not going to have you roll anything because the actual use of like the shaping would be like for using move object.
yeah,
And you're not really moving anything. You're just kind of doing.
yeah.
So we'll just have that. I'll give you a +1 bonus to your focus roll, and we'll have this be. We'll make this a perception searching.
Okay. So total of 16.
16. All right.
6 on drama.
Beautiful. Yeah. Search. All right, and then holding on to that information, I'm going to ask if anyone else is doing this, and we'll do a big resolution for everyone's roles. It doesn't have to be this specific test. It can be gathering information for another.
I guess, would I be able to do a dexterity stealth to get into a like good position if there is some combat breaking out?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. And was I right that that would be the...
Yeah, I'd say that that's a good one.
Okay. That's... And I have my stealth, so... Oh. 20 with a double 4s and a 4 on the stun.
All right. Yeah. Feel free to choose. You said you got doubles, right? Or just the 4s?
Yeah.
Yeah. So feel free to choose a stunt that you'd like, but you are able to easily take an advantage position here as you like hide yourself among the tree, but have like a full view of the camp as well as perimeters.
Should this be a combat or...
Good thing you can use any stunt in any situation. Those are just more common place in combat, exploration, or in role playing. You can use these stunts piecemeal.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, somebody is moving up toward the position?
So like you would be able to move into a position for your stealth, and then you can use a stunt roll to have a visual of if someone is moving in. Or you can use this to flavor to see if same thing to see like how well someone would have been moving in this area to be stealth. Like you can either use it as a keep an eye out for danger or as a reverse engineer of the situation.
Oh, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Could I use seize the initiative and if there is combat, act first in it?
Hell yeah. I'm here for it.
Okay.
I have a question before, other things come up. So if I never did any of the stunts, do I keep the stunt points that are used, or
no? Stunt points are used immediately.
Okay, got it.
Resource, yeah.
GM, did you say there was like something like remnants of a campfire or something over here?
There are 100% remnants of a campfire. There's a patch of moss off on one side of this tiny clearing. There's even some a small stack of unburned pieces of wood near to the stones of the campfire ring.
I'd like to take a large stick and poke
Yes.
it into the remnants of the campfire and see if there's anything in there that I recognize.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll ask for a perception searching.
Okay. That's 17 with 5 on the drama die.
Beautiful. So, with everyone else now here joining Nisa in this camp and taking looks at everything, what Avex and Mira are able to pick up with their checks, Avex, you see that in the char of the fire, there are bones, small bones that you'd be able to pick out as being squirrel bones. And it's sort of, as someone who has spent time as living off the lands, when you don't have rations, you make do. It seems that that is what has happened here. They've been eating squirrels, but it does seem that they at least cooked the squirrels. And Mira, as you're sort of trying to read the remnants of this scene, what was here, the moss came from elsewhere and was placed here. This was intentionally made, but it is, again, untrained, befitting someone who may have not left a village before, but is trying to hold on to comforts. And I'd say the both of you would be able to notice that the fire itself was made by that of a novice, not very high in survival skills here. And for Sifa, while you're keeping your eye out for any dangers, you do not spot any threats coming up, but you do notice something off in the distance. There looks to be something of a fort or an outpost. Hard to say from this distance, but for someone seeking shelter, it might be an easy way to do so. It is further up onto the mountain, so it will be a bit of a climb to get there, but you do spot it.
So they don't know what they're doing. They don't have any rations. And they're wandering into the forest. We need to find this child.
Do they even deserve our rescuing? Shakes head.
That'll be when Sifa walks out of the woods. Everybody deserves rescuing every now and again. Sometimes people are not in the best of circumstances. And she'll look literally across all of her allies at this point. Sometimes people just need a helping hand.
If I was an unexperienced boy who is way out of his depth, and I mean the woods, I barely know how to cook a squirrel, where would I go next if the mountain is my goal? some water? Perhaps something to arm myself with?
I would think if you were traveling with somebody who you trusted to take care of you, arming yourself may not be the first concern. But if I'm looking at it from if you are looking to get away and that's your first concern, I think logic goes out the window. You are looking to set distance between yourself and whoever you're trying to get away from. And she'll take out the map and see what direction would be a complete opposite direction from the home and village that Marcus went from.
There's a lot of opposite directions of Redbriar, but compared to what you saw and how far you've traveled, the outpost puts a lot of distance and gives a sort of wide berth of a next stop, someplace where you don't have to go back to Redbriar.
She'll point it out. What do y'all think?
GM,
Yes.
would I be able to make a test to see if I know of any historical ruins that someone might think could be a good shelter in the area?
Yeah, that sounds like a historical lore check. So that is going to be, I believe, intelligence. Yeah, intelligence, historical lore.
That's a lot better. $15, 17 with a 6 on the drama dice. I did roll doubles.
Ooh, take a look at the stunt points. See if you want to do any stunts here. You've got 6 to spend. You think, and there is not a lot here in the Pavenweald, but as the outpost has been pointed out to you, you think that could be something because that comes from an old war with the ice, with Kern, that has not been active in years. People of this area would know about its existence, which means that someone like Marcus, even sheltered as he was, would know there's an abandoned fort that he could get to. This outpost would provide shelter and a way forward, and maybe even some materials in which to supply himself.
Or maybe he heads to the abandoned outpost here for shelter. Throwing out options.
I will say that as this conversation goes, a sort of melding of information happens here. The abandoned outpost that Nisa brings up is the same outpost that Sifa has seen, and in the same direction of the sorcery that Mira felt.
That's what I thought. Okay. Same direction as sorcery is new, though.
Well, now that you're a little closer and able to triangulate things a little better.
If I can still feel the sorcery, I feel like Mira is almost like cartoon breakfast scent, like wrapping people towards a certain direction. It's like following.
All right. I know better than to try to convince you otherwise.
I don't actually care, as you know, what happens to the boy and the wolf. But all of this seems interesting, and if our goals align, and if we accidentally help them or save them, then that's a happy coincidence, isn't it?
Of course.
So your group sets out. And you make for the outpost, and the trail you have been following narrows into the mountains and then becomes this sort of monotonous upward march. But soon that changes. You find yourself rounding a turn, and the path forward is closed off. There's this precarious pile of stones, a rubble that has perhaps tumbled down very recently to your eyes covers the path right up to the very edge, where it drops off steeply into a long and dangerous fall. There's no easy way around that you can see. And there is a forking path which you could fall back to find your way back to the outpost, except that is several hours behind you at this point. So you have who knows how much time. These are, as you've deduced, inexperienced figures out here surviving. There is dangerous sorceress arcana at play here.
Are there any way to clear obstacles or like create some kind of scaffolding with our environment to
You
like cut?
Do have the shaping arcana, which
Yeah, I do have that.
allows you to move object, and rubble, I would say, is 100% an object.
Yeah.
All right. So this is, because this is rubble, this is stone, this is going to be a difficult test just because of how much it is going to require. Not only that, it is also going to require a fatigue check as well.
Okay.
So the first thing that we're going to do is you're going to roll your intelligence shaping test,
Mhm.
and your target number to beat is a 19.
Okay. So okay. Dice just popping everywhere. Oh, this is good. This is good. So we've got intelligence is 2, and we've got 2 6s. One of them is a drama die, and a 5. So we've got 12, 17, 19. And do I add anything for shaping?
Just the I think that'll be it, because You have
That's
the
a 19 total, and I've got 6 stunt points.
All right, so go ahead, take a look at. Oh wait, hold on. Let me see if there's anything. I will present this as an option instead of having to roll to beat a 19 willpower against the fatigue. As you did just generate 6 stunt points as one of the arcane stunts, you can automatically pass any fatigue test associated with using this arcana.
I was looking at that, but let me just see if there's anything else that's more helpful that would like prove herself to be useful here.
100%.
I think. Okay.
If Ron does find something that she thinks is more useful, would aid ally be able to be used in a fatigue test?
That's a great question. Yeah, why not? I like that.
Okay. Then to help with your decision, I would be able to give you a +2.
Okay.
If you choose to do the fatigue test.
Thank you. I feel like do you guys have any like suggestions that's useful here?
As a GM and knowing what fatigue does, I would say
Yeah.
that automatically succeeding,
Yeah.
because if you take the fatigue at a level 1, you have a -1 penalty to all your tests, and you cannot take any run or charge actions. So if something comes up that you want to run away from, you're going to be at a disadvantage.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. I was trying to see if there's any exploration stunts that would be useful for us, but I can't really see anything that's, you know.
You are easily able to clear away the path using the arcane capabilities that you have. The natural world bends to your will as you take the rubble and push it off to the side, letting it continue its path down the mountain. Which means that you have a clear path ahead of you. And it's not long before you're coming up upon the final rise, and you crest over it just as the sun is starting to set. It's been another full day of travel here. But you can see now that there is danger, and perhaps this sort of source of the sorcery that you had been sensing, as there is this whole squadron of motionless skeletal soldiers that are ringing one of the outpost's smaller structures. You see torn and faded Kurnish livery that flaps softly in the wind. They wear rotting leather armor and rusted chainmail upon their bony frames. Any weapons they may have once wielded seem to have succumbed to corrosion over the years, or have just been discarded. But as they seem to take notice of your approach, they turn, and they do so eerily as a single entity almost, all in sync. And they stretch out these ivory white talons of fingertips, and their jaws open, broken toothed, and they start to plod towards you. And as they're turning away and taking these motions from away from the building, you hear a voice. It's weak, but it calls out through a narrow window high up. Please help. We're trapped in here. My friend is hurt. And then there's the pained sound of a wolf following that statement.
So
Can I just run in and start whacking things? Is that what is supposed to happen here?
I mean, there's not a supposed to, but if that's what Avex wants to do.
I was going to ask, putting a hand on Avex's shoulder, is sneaking up not a possibility anymore? Are they definitely aware of us?
They definitely see you. This is like you walked up the path and they see the path.
All the exclamation points went off above their heads, and
yeah, you need to crouch and have like a stealth of like 30, so that way you can hide in plain sight from them. Or a bucket would probably work too. You can just put that over top of them.
Yeah, I mean,
checking inventory for bucket.
I feel like Mira can just see, even like I imagine she walks towards the back a little bit, but even just from the back side of Avex's head, she's like, I think I know what's gonna happen right about now, and she's gonna walk not towards where Avex is going, but towards where the window is, where the voice is coming
So that
down. 'Cause
would be walking through the skeletons. So it goes
oh, really?
your group, skeletons, voice.
That's great. Yeah, that's exactly what she says in character. That's great. And
I'm going to turn to Sifa. Oh, I'm going to turn to Sifa and say, they look kind of dangerous. Can I attack them?
Are you loaded up? Asking for ranged weapons, like, actually, do you have a crossbow or do you have a
No.
bow? Okay.
Neither. Oh, are you asking Nisa or are you asking me?
Asking
Avex.
Avex, I only have melee weapons.
Okay. Then just a second, and she will look over at Nisa. We should load up and get ready. Does Mira have a ranged weapon?
Mira, does Mira have weapon? Oh my god. I have a quarterstaff.
Mira also has certain sorceress capabilities that might come into play here, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mira, you think you could clear a path just like you did before?
I can try to drop some rocks on them.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Yeah, rocks are good.
I'm going to say that unfortunately the rocks are in the path behind you and not here in the outpost. The ruins are not quite as broken as that. And unfortunately, skeletons do not count as objects.
Okay.
I will say...
Then saying I will drop some rock on them is a metaphor.
Yeah, we definitely can do a metaphor because I think your sorcerer's grasp ability would be really appropriate and useful here. But it does sound like at this point we are with combat intentions. So I am going to ask for us to roll a dexterity initiative.
Darn, I guess my stunt is gone.
I'm sorry.
Dexterity initiative. Well, I do have a stunt with this roll.
Yeah, go ahead. Anyone who's got stunts that apply are
because my total is a 9 with a 1 on the drama die and a 1 point of stunt.
I got a 15 with a. Does the drama die count on this one?
Yeah.
Okay, 5 on the drama die.
Or oh no, sorry. Drama die does not count on this one except for stunt points.
Ah,
That's a me thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Also 15.
How far away are we?
oh,
I
10 yards, so like 30 feet.
Okay. There is not that much stuff I can do with 1 stunt, but stay awake, I guess. Can I do stay awake?
Yeah, you can do a stay aware.
It's just I don't know what is useful here, but I want to see like what aspects of the environment I could use with sorcerer's power to like control or like help our situation. That's my goal.
All right.
But
Then go ahead and do a
Perception.
perception seeing.
okay. That's great because I'm very good at seeing. Okay. That is a total of 16, 18.
18. All right. I'll get to that as soon as we finish up getting our initiatives settled. So I heard Mira's 9. Sifa, what was your total?
15.
15. Avex, what's your total?
Also 15.
Also 15. Ooh, we've got a tie. Okay, so who has the higher number on their drama die?
I've got a 5.
I've got a 6.
All right,
Okay.
so it'll be Avex going first. And then Nisa, what is our initiative there?
8.
8. All right. All right, so here is our order. It's going to be Avex, Sifa, Mira, Skeletons, and then Nisa. And then for the 18, stay aware, seeing for Mira, as you're looking around, seeing what you might be able to use with your arcane abilities here. The obvious things that come to you are if you can get over to help, you have the cure. Not that that's really the most important thing to you, but you do know that you have that capability. There is the sorceress grip. If you can get a hold utilizing the what's it called? The magic around, you can deal a lot of damage, but it is, of course, a heavy toll upon you. And much the same with harm, though harm means that you must get close to what you're attempting to attack against. So you have options here. As far as moving an object, you might be able to sort of utilize this against their armor, but it is a not as guaranteed success as some other things. So with that information, Avex, there are a whole horde of skeletons. You've got an axe. What are we doing?
All right. Do all the skeletons look about equal, or is there's like one like they're all about equal skeletons? There's not one like big boss skeleton in the center or something like that.
Not. And then like again, they kind of moved as like a single unit. Like they all turned their heads towards you at once. They've got like hive mind sentimentality here.
Okay.
1 hit point pool. Got it.
So you said they're about 10 yards away, so I'm going to use my minor action to move up to probably literally the closest skeleton.
Hell yeah.
And I'm going to attack it.
All right. Are you doing just a melee attack, or are you going to do like an all-out attack?
I'm going to do a normal melee attack with my battle axe.
Beautiful.
May I make a recommendation?
Certainly.
Charge.
Is that a charge? What
You
is
get a
charge?
+1 on your attack roll if you do.
Oh, and
but
then
it
make
is-
a melee attack.
It is moving half your speed rounded down, though. So make
If
sure
I
that
use my
so
if I
charge.
use my move to move up.
Yeah. So if you're looking at so
Speed rounded down. So I
speed.
can move. That would be 9 yards for me.
Mhm.
What is melee range in this system? I actually didn't ask that question.
Melee range, I believe, is 2 yards. 2
Okay,
yards.
So if I move up 9 yards, I can immediately make a melee attack with a +1 bonus on my attack roll.
And technically, if I'm reading this right, you could use aim as a minor action before that and get +2
Could.
total.
So let me look here. I think that's right, but I want to make sure that I'm giving you the accurate information. Yeah. That 100% be correct.
All right, I'm going to use my charge attack. The charge then.
All right.
With a +2, you said total, or +2 on top of my attack roll.
+2 on top of the attack.
Yeah,
roll,
if you aim as your minor action and then charge, yeah, you get
Okay.
a +2 bonus.
That's what I'm doing then. That's 11, 12 +4 +2. That is an 18.
18, which
Nice.
is going to beat their defense. So that is a hit. So let's see some damage.
Do doubles on a damage die count?
Yeah, it's any die.
All
Wait,
right.
hold on. Hold on. Any dice roll on a test. Sorry, damage is not a test.
Okay. It's not a test. That's going to be a total of 15 damage then.
15
No,
damage.
that's bad math. That is bad math. 16 damage.
16 damage. So because they do have some armor here, their armor rating is 4, so 16 is reduced by that armor rating. But that does mean that 12 points of damage goes into the skeleton. And as your blade strikes, you can hear the cut of the bone underneath just the weight of your attack. Yeah.
Feel good about that. I don't think I can do anything else, so I think it's someone else's turn.
All right. Next up in our turn order is going to be Sifa.
As Sifa is getting ready to shoot with her crossbow, she leans over to Nisa and says, "Sometimes you just get those moments where you remember why you fell in love with somebody." And she loads taking the aim minor action and then the ranged attack.
Let's go.
And attack roll is +3. That is brain. 16 total.
16 total. 16
Oh,
gets
17 with the aim.
That's right, you aimed. Yeah, it gets past their defense rating, so go ahead and get some damage going.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do I have a higher dexterity than the skeletons? I have two.
Most definitely you have a higher dex than the skeletons.
Love that for me. That is 22 damage.
Wow.
Cool. So as you had lined up, having made this comment to Nisa, the missile is shot and the arrow just goes through the skull of the same skeleton that Avex had just struck, and that skeleton just drops as like a whole pile of bones, and you can see that the arrow didn't stop at that one and has actually pierced into another.
Nice. Love it. That's all I got.
All right, then it is Mira's turn.
So I have some questions.
Yes.
Mira is a very straight arrow, much like Sifa's weapon. She is running straight towards where that building is to try to get them out in this moment. But is there a clear path in front of her, like, or is she gonna run into skeletons?
So yeah, the skeletons are kind of like in the way. Moving around them would be more like you'd have to like use your actions and whatnot. There's no just like straight way to get to where they're at.
Great. That answers my question. So I'm going to use my minor action to move towards them, and I'm going to use Sorcerer's Grip to like just basically pick one up and then just shove away narratively.
Yeah. Okay, so for your Sorcerer's Grasp, this is going to be you're going to be rolling a intelligence shaping test for this.
Mm-hmm.
And then tell me what your result.
We have got a 5 on the drama die, doesn't matter, but a total of 18.
Total of 18. All right, so your target number was 11, which means that you have 7 points of outcome. So you're able to do one.
Can I do a stunt? I've got 5 as a double.
Yeah, you've got that. But just for purposes of your Sorcerer's Grip, because you had 7 points above, you can actually do a total of 4d6 points of penetrating damage, which means that it ignores the armor rating. It goes straight to them.
Okay. I have 4d6. So does double count in damage die, or what?
Does not count in damage.
Okay. So the damage from this is going to be 19.
All right.
And I am going to do the Arcana of Split Arcana. If the Arcanum affects only one target, you can have it affect 2, so long as the second target is within the Arcanum's range.
Okay. So yeah, what happens here is that the arcane energy, the shadows that you are calling upon, instead of just wrapping around one, split, and the 2 shadows wrap around both, and you all hear the sort of crunch. And while the skeletons do not seem to be as destroyed as the other 2, their bones are no longer able to hold them up, so they are effectively down as well, as they are just dropped.
Yeah, she just walks straight up and sees 2 skeletons and will just say, "Get out of my way." Grab them, crunch, and then we'll keep going when she can. That's my turn.
So with that, it does come to our skeleton's turn, which means that we've got 2 people that are within a melee range of our skeletons. 3 skeletons that are still able to actually move. And so as they sort of converge here, the one right closest to Avex has like again a protruding arrow in them, and he's going to attempt a attack roll with a claw from their talons, and that's going to be a total of 10, which I don't think beats your defense.
My defense is
'Cause
18.
you are beefy. But the other 2 are going to go towards Sifa. One is going to try and claw, which is going to be an 11 to try and
Toward
claw
me?
at you. No, not Sifa. Sorry, Mira.
I was like,
got
bring
A.
it, but
Yeah.
Everyone's got A names. So, Mira, that is an 11 to try and hit you.
Okay.
Which does meet your defense. However, I believe that Blue Rose is a defender wins, so that does not affect you. And I just lost a die. That's great. I've got more. I'll have to go looking for that later. But the second one, as it closes in on you, is going to try and bite you, actually. And that is just a 10. So don't worry about it.
Great. She looks very annoyed and impatient.
As
all.
Nisa, we come to your turn.
Okay, I am going to aim and then fire off a ranged attack.
All right. Yeah, Max.
I'm just doing the math in my head.
No, you're good.
14.
14 gets past the defense, which means you're able to roll some damage.
And I'm assuming that my dexterity also passes.
Yeah. Look, as long as you don't have a -2 dexterity, you're good.
Okay. You know, if there's any time to roll well, it's on damage. 17.
Nice.
Yeah. So 2 arrows into one skeleton, and it like sort of the velocity pushes the rib cage out of sync with the spine and pelvis, and so that also falls crashing down, just leaving 2 skeletons.
And I did roll doubles and a 5 on that stunt dice.
Got 5 points to spend.
I would like to spend 4 to seize
Yeah.
the initiative
Oh,
so that I go to the top of the order.
all right. Yeah. So you are now top of the order, which means you get to act again as we come to another round.
I'm going to reload my crossbow, which is a major action, and then use a minor action to prepare a major action ranged attack so I can jump in at some point during this round and take a shot.
All right. 100%. Which means Avex, it's your turn.
All right. Lifting the axe up again, Avex will yell at the skeletons.
Yes.
I see you're trying to tickle me, and will attack the nearest one.
Yes.
Not bad, not bad. That's 8, 13. That is 17 on the attack, with double 4s and a 5 on the drama die.
You've got 5 stunt points to spend on a successful hit.
All right. So I'm gonna wait. Do I have to use that immediately, or can I do damage first?
You can do damage first, but I do think that there are stunts that allow you to do extra damage.
Yes, there are, which is why I'm trying to decide. I'm going to pick up. Ooh, wait. Could I use dual strike?
Yes, you can.
All right, so I'm gonna attack both of them then. Does the same number also beat the second skeleton?
Yeah, it does.
All right, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna roll damage now then.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, not as good as I was hoping, but could be a lot worse. 13 plus 3. That is going to be 16 on both of them.
So as you swing through, the axe cutting through one into the other, not enough to fully dismember the first, but it does take out its arm, or at least one of them, as that's going to be 12 damage to both of them, and they are looking a little... God damn it, nice clip. That's going to be great. All right. That was anything else from Avex?
I should have a minor action, I think.
I believe so.
And so I'm going to use... oh, this sounds interesting. I'm going to use Press the Attack.
Okay. All right. Hell yeah. And with that, as you look at one of the two that are here, as you stand between them, Sifa, it's your turn.
Okay. Am I in range where I would be able to charge with a speed of 6? Well, I have a speed of 12, but am I
Right.
6 yards or less away?
From these guys, no. Unless you moved last turn, but I don't think you did.
No, I took the aim last turn.
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay. Then
I will say that both of these guys look like half healthy, so.
oh, I know, but it's a major action for the reload.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And so I was trying to figure out a way that I could like get in. I don't know. Would you let me like bash them upside the head with my crossbow? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will run up and
I'm gonna make this a brawling roll.
okay. Is that a fighting brawl?
Accuracy is brawl, I believe. Yeah, it's accuracy brawling.
Okay, that's fantastic because I was worried it was going to be fighting and then I was going to have nothing. So yeah, I will run forward and then charge and go ahead and strike them. For flavor, could I coordinate something with Avex?
Yeah.
Just a yell out, duck, And she's done this before where you duck down and then she like vaults up to get more like momentum into the fray.
All right, heck yeah. I will say that if you hit, you'll be doing 1d6 plus 2 damage.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure I hit. That's because I got let's see, 3. That's a 20 total
Yeah.
with double 6s and a 5 on the stunt die.
Hell yeah. Go ahead, pull a stunt then, or more. You can buy as many stunts as you have points available.
Ooh.
And don't forget, you can always call in at any point in the scene if you want to use a relationship intensity, you get extra stunt points equal to that intensity level.
Okay, so we established that I'm attacking with the crossbow.
Yes.
What if, just spitballing here, I used the rapid reload and then the dual strike to hit with the crossbow, reload around, and then shoot into the fray?
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Okay. So I'm going to I will do, I guess the same attack roll applies.
Yep.
So
I'll let you, what we'll do with this, right?
Okay.
As you the way that I'm envisioning this is that since the first one was you were rushing up and you're striking with the crossbow as like a bludgeon, as part of that attack is the rapid reload, and then on the secondary, which is still going to hit with that amazing attack roll, you can do your normal crossbow damage.
Okay. Then I'm going to do the pinpoint attack on the bludgeoning attack, and then I'll do standard damage for the second one.
Perfect.
So first attack is, you said +2? So that's 10 damage.
Okay.
And second attack is 8 damage.
8 damage. All right. So that's one more down from the bludgeon, and the other one is looking horrible, but still standing. And anything else from Sifa?
No.
All right. Mira, there is one skeleton left, one obstacle between you and your goal.
Do I have enough movement to just go around it? Or like not even go around it, just like bump into it and then just keep going? But or I see, because I see Nisa is loading her crossbow. Can I just be like, Nisa, deal with this? Because I want to just keep...
If you want me to jump in, I do have that prepared action.
Yeah.
I can jump in
If you say Nisa deal with this, Nisa, if you want to use that as your jump in.
Yep, I will. I definitely will.
But before, because I'm gonna walk, keep running, keep walking, and I'm gonna turn to Sifa and Avex and say, "You two, stop flirting."
So Nisa, what was that attack roll?
That is 17.
17. That's good. I would be worried if it was a 7. 17 hits. Let's see some damage.
Okay. I did also roll doubles again, and
hell yeah!
I got 4 stun points to use if I want to use. Actually, you know what? Let me check on the stunts.
Yeah, look at your stunts. seize the initiative again.
I don't think. I don't think I have a connection with Mira.
We do. We do have connections.
We do?
I have a
well,
connection with you for
Oh,
sure.
connections are different on each person's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have one with you. I have one with Siva. Because I was going to. I'm so close to having the lethal damage. I don't know if I need the extra damage, but it would be fun. Yeah, I don't think.
what you could do is the mighty blow, which is 2, which deals an extra d6, and then you could also do pierce the armor, which takes away half the armor rating.
Yeah, you know what? Let's spend the stunts for that.
All right.
Oh, hold on. I need to find another dice.
Oh no.
Wow. You know, it's a good thing I took the extra dice.
Oh no.
8 damage?
All right. So normally it would be reduced by 4 because of the armor, but because you have pierced the armor, it's only reduced by 2, which means that you are dealing 6 damage, which is enough to kill the skeleton. So, blast skeleton falls, which means that you have defeated the undead guardians here, these Kernish entities, and the sorceress energy begins to dissipate. But you still have 2 figures scared in this small outpost building, one of which is hurt.
I am running towards the outpost building and just like did not say thank you to Nisa and just keep running very gracefully, not going to go out of breath, go to the building and would just say, stop whining and it's time to go. And I'm just gonna try to go cure whenever I get them.
So you can see the wolf here, who you can only assume is Greymane, in a pretty rough condition. But using the Cure Arcanum, does this have a test that you need to do? Yes, if you could do a intelligence healing, I believe is what you have. Let me double check.
Yeah, I have healing. Okay, so 4 on the drama die and then double 6s. So that is going to be a 18 total.
18 total, that's great.
And got 4 on the stunt die, which is going to be whichever one that'll allow me to like boost them even more, I suppose.
Okay.
Or I don't know if there is another Arcana effect on the target. If there is that I can sense, I'm gonna do the Disrupt Arcana. But if not, I will do New Friends.
All right. I think New Friends would be best here. There doesn't seem to be other. So as you cast this cure, even with your more surly outer shell that you kind of have as a way to protect against the overstimulation of other people, there is a you can feel the gratitude that comes from the Rhy-Wolf that you attend to, and you can see the sort of wonder and in the eyes of the young man, you can see he's about like 16.
You know what?
And
I have one more stump point left, which
Mhm.
I will use to do a what is it called? Bon mot.
Mhm.
Which I will say to the wolf and not to the boy, and say, "Is saying goodbye so beyond you?"
And at that point, you feel a sort of presence at your mind, a invitation to conversation, should you accept.
Yeah.
And the mind speak that comes to you. I had to get to him, and Frostwind had already warned against it. I was so worried. I don't know if you've seen the one that smells like him.
I think in the mind conversation, Mira is a lot softer and friendlier.
Mhm.
She'll just say, "Your friend, your mate, is desperately worried about you."
And she nods.
What do you mean by the other one who smelled like him?
And she looks over to who you can only assume to be Marcus, which means that you think of his father, the veritable asshole that he is. It is not right what I had seen and what I had felt and what Marcus has told me. And it hurts that I worried Frostwind, but... And she looks to Marcus, and you can feel the fondness through the mind speak here.
I understand what you did. I would have done the same thing. We could go and tell Frostwind? Or Frost... Is it Frostwind?
Frostwind is the one that had asked you for this
Right.
favor originally.
I'll let Frostwind know and ask him to meet you wherever that is you're going. You're going to the mountain, aren't you?
We were getting away, and Marcus knew of this place, and we really don't know where we're going next.
The mountain, there is something volatile about it. If you're going there, we should travel together, at the very least. If you're searching for a place to stay and get away, well, the world is a very large space. You need to figure out a way so that you cannot be found by the one who smells like him.
I'd say at this point, the rest of you would be able to come up, having known exactly where this was happening. And you would all see Greymane and a young man who you can assume is Marcus.
Just to state, like, as we were walking up, Sifa would have turned to Aphex and be like, she does know that the flirting will never stop, right?
Just half a grin at you, just like, nice shooting. You doing anything later?
Trying to get you some lessons on better pickup lines.
It worked the first time, didn't they?
No, but you got lucky.
Something else to add, which is, like, in the rudest way possible, Mira is going to like root around in her bag, take out like any ration that she can find, and then just shove it into Marx's hand.
Oh, thank you. And like he's like tearing into it. Because man's only been eating squirrels recently. But from here, destiny is a wide branching path. There is, of course, trying to get them over the mountain, but that is dangerous as Avex. You've escaped from Kern. It's not good. There is returning to Aldous, the city capital of the kingdom of Aldous, a place of possibility and opportunity. Or plenty other areas within the Pavin Weald or elsewhere in this large world of Aldean. But you have successfully found and saved those that were in danger. And wherever you lead, you can make sure that Jatos does not know where Marcus is, and believes whatever tale you tell him. As Sypha, you have made such a great impression with that man, horrid as he is.
May I briefly, just so everyone knows the tale?
Yeah, 100%.
I am so sorry. Avex wasn't able to get there in time, but we did fell the dread beast.
And he stiff lips. He's not the person that's going to cry in front of people. Good.
Sypha will break out into tears for him to express his emotion.
Beautiful. But yes, with this, you will journey out into the world, and Frostwind is, of course, updated. Marcus and Greymane go onwards to explore the Rhy bond between them. And this is where our session concludes with our story, which means we get to go into our outros.
I'll go last, just throwing that out there.
Sounds great. That sounds perfect. So we'll go ahead and do another popcorn with Sophia saved for last. I've been your narrator, Faye, they, them. I had a lot of fun. Blue Rose is my absolute favorite system. I'm glad that I was able to share it with you guys and have some good fun and laughs. If you want to find me elsewhere on the internet, FeyWildWitchling is my tag. I'm not really active in a lot of places, but you can typically find me here. And we'll find me here more actively once we get our zombie show back up and running. Fields of the Dead, Make the Apocalypse Queer. Great fun times. Keep an eye out here. But that's it for me. So I'm going to popcorn this over to Bear.
Hello, everyone. Excuse me. I am the Soup Bear, or just Soup, or just Bear. My pronouns are they, he, and I've been playing your lovable, violent, bad at jokes, Avex. If you want to, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for donating to this wonderful cause. If you want to find me on the internet, I can be found on Blue Sky as Soup Bear. I'm also one half of the Chaos Kitchen that is Soup Dumpling Media. You can find us on Blue Sky as well as under Soup Dumpling Media, as well as on YouTube, where we are putting out our D&D Legacy 5e audio drama Echoes of the Forgotten, where I play Birdie, who is the world's best barbarian. Don't worry about the fact she's 8 years old. That doesn't matter. And I will popcorn things over to my lovely wife, Sypha.
Hello, everybody. I'm Synthetic. You can call me Sin. I've been playing Sypha. I use they, she pronouns. And where can you find me? Well, if you care to, you can search me out on Blue Sky or Twitch at SyntheticGM. I don't know why you would want to, but the option is there for you. As far as things you can see me in, coming up this Sunday on the 12th, I will be over at Roller's Joint playing the Rift of Exposition in our City of Mist game, Breaking Neon. And then a week from Friday, we are going to be hitting hard on the final adventure of this season of Fantastic Realms. We are going to enter the Fractured Tower and see if our intrepid heroes can survive a trip through the planes of existence. No big deal. Just, Feywild, elemental plane of water, the hells, all of that. All in one tower. Nice, neat package. But yeah, come and find us for that. It's going to be a good time. And we are also going to be raising money for Translatin Coalition. I think that's all I got. So, Ran, you're up.
Hi, I am Ryan. I use she, her pronouns, and for tonight I have been Mira, who no one ever accuses her of being nice. She will have a fit. She has very embarrassing adoptive parents. Um, you can find me as Burdick Inspiration on Blue Sky or Run the Riddler on Instagram. You can also find me as the Lantern Keeper on StartPlaying.Games, where I run a bunch of D&D 5.5e games as well as Girl by Moonlight. I'm in a bunch of different streams on Nerds with Dice, Streaming Rainbows, Many-Faced Players, as well as the Pocket Dragon Pups. So follow those channels for excellent content as well as charity events. You can also find my live productions in New York City, where I direct theaters as a living, for a living. That's about it. Thank you. And last but not least, Sophia.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, we. You can find me on Blue Sky at Nerdy Teddy. Of course, you can usually find me here with Nerds with Dice, where I'm one of the founders and one of the chancellors. I also run said zombie game, Fields of Dead, Midwestern Zombie Apocalypse. It returns July 18th, 8 p.m. Central, so come check that out and see if anybody gets eaten by any zombies. Our next game. Oh, before I do that, there will be a giveaway now. Not here, but eventually in time, because we hit 750. We will be giving away that gift card for Friday afternoon tea. So thank you so much for that. I'm so glad we hit that. Next goal is $1,000. I don't know off the top of my head. I would have to look it up, find the info. But we do have another giveaway that will be happening at 1,000. I don't know what it is for off the top of my head, but it does exist. So get us to 1,000. We have a whole bunch of stuff for this month yet, so come check all of that out. Which, speaking of, next game is 2:30 p.m. Central, Wintry Hunger. That is on Friday, the 10th. That is the second episode of that. Go check that out. Then on Saturday, 3:30 p.m. Central, we have the first episode of Call of Cthulhu Havoc. So go check that out. And then Sunday I'm sorry, these times are wrong. 3 p.m. Central for Wintry Hunger, 4 p.m. Central for Call of Cthulhu Havoc, and then 6 p.m. Central for a Vampire Masquerade Cascadia by night on Sunday. That one I will be in, so come check that out as well. Of course, there's more games all month, so just keep your eyes on it. Keep on Blue Sky and everything. We are going to raid Torntox Creativity, and we will see you next time, everyone. Bye.